Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of season 7 here in the Career Mode RTG. We are in technically good form with regards to the results that we've been getting, but I don't feel like I'm putting in some good performances. The past couple of episodes were recorded back to back and I wasn't playing very good football. It's a new day and hopefully I'll be playing some better football today. I've taken on board some feedback from the comment section. I haven't altered the formation too much. I've gone from the 4-2-3-1 wide to the 4-2-3-1 narrow to move Ziegler and Morales. Actually, I need to swap that. To move Ziegler and Lookman slightly further forward and slightly further infield to hopefully get slightly more involved in the attacks. If this formation doesn't work, then I might switch to the 4-3-3 with the attacking cam and 2 centre mids to see if that makes a difference with regards to how we're able to set that to stay back while attacking. See if that makes a difference to our overall performances and our overall results. But we are currently in a decent spot in the league with a game in hand, although that game in hand is about to be played against Chelsea. With Chelsea at home, Blackburn away, Wolves at home and Bournemouth away. I will play Blackburn and sim the home game and then play Bournemouth. One thing I wanted to point out as well, you guys mentioned in the comment section, there was a bit of back and forth. I was talking about winning the Carabao Cup and it putting you into the Europa League. In real life, if you win the Carabao Cup, it puts you in the second qualification round of the Europa League. That second qualification round isn't in FIFA, so I therefore thought, evidently mistakenly, that I wouldn't get qualification for the Europa League if I won the Carabao Cup, because in real life, the corresponding round that it puts you in doesn't exist in FIFA. As it happens, and as you guys have informed me, it puts you in a qualification round for the Europa League in FIFA. There just so happens to be 1 rather than 4, like there is in the Champions League. I've never won the Carabao Cup and then been entered into Europe because I've won it. I've always finished in another European spot via the league, so automatically always gone into the group stage games. It's never been a scenario where I've encountered it in a career mode where I've won the Carabao Cup and not finished in another European qualification spot via a league finish. So I didn't know that it puts you in a 4th qualification round for the Europa League, not the 2nd that it does in real life. I'm evidently mistakenly thought that it didn't qualify you for Europe because the 2nd qualification round doesn't exist in FIFA career mode. If it were Football Manager, then it would run exactly the same way as it does in real life. FIFA doesn't run that way. Don't know why. Might be because of there isn't as many leagues in FIFA as there is in Football Manager and in real life. I'm not sure. But regardless, we're going to crack on and try and win the FA Cup. I will perhaps, depending on where we finish this season in the league and with our FA Cup campaign, put more emphasis on the Carabao Cup next season. Thank you for helping clarify that and clear the air and clear the water. Now, I'm fully aware that winning the Carabao Cup would put me in the 1 qualification round that is in FIFA for the Europa League. So I will put more emphasis on that competition in future. Although, of course, if we qualify for the Champions League by a league finish this year, we won't need to. So we'll just play it by ear. But I do this season want to put some emphasis on the FA Cup because our league campaign could go either way, as it did last year. We were challenging for the title halfway through the season and ended up finishing around about mid-table thanks to A, some off results, and B, just how tight the table was. So we'll start with Chelsea, we'll then play Blackburn, we'll sim Wolves, and we'll play Bournemouth. And hopefully by the end of the episode, we will be in that top 5, if not the top 4. Manchester City, the only unbeaten side remaining in the league. Of course, we were able to take away Fulham's unbeaten record in the last episode. We've won 6 of our opening 10. We're having a very good season, points haul-wise, and defensively. I've only conceded 4 goals in 10 games, not yet scoring the goals that I want to be able to score to give us bigger results. But I guess whilst the overall result continues to be good, I can't complain too much, but it would be nice to be scoring slightly more goals than we are. We'll have a quick look at the Chelsea starting lineup to make sure that they're not unnecessarily starting a weakened side. Koulibaly would ordinarily go in there, but Eder Militao and Stefan de Vrij are certainly of quality enough to be able to keep Koulibaly out for any specific managerial decision. I will take Marco van Ginkel out though for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But other than that, I think that's probably the way that Chelsea will start. Pereira in for Mendy. I'll take Buka up for Wan-Bissaka. And maybe we'll put Valverde in for Van Ginkel as well. Eden Hazard on the bench, although he is 33 years of age now. So perhaps that's why he's not immediately in the starting lineup, especially with Pulisic there as well. 85 rated Charlie Musonda now too. It's a very strong looking Chelsea side, both physically and overall talent wise. So we'll be intrigued to see how this game goes. It could be particularly difficult. We thought about upping the sliders for this season. As it turns out, we haven't been performing to a level that would lead us to believe that it's too easy and we would want to up the sliders. So for now, we're going to stay exactly where we are with everything and hopefully still get the results that we want to finish in a European spot this season. Let's go and take on Chelsea to start the episode and see if we can't get a win. Free kick for Chelsea. Diogo Jota to deliver it into the middle. Should win that and have done well with Rafael Leao. With Ferland Mendy defeats the man in the air. Javier Morales and Chelsea have the ball to try and build again. Bentancur to Loftus-Cheek. It's Ricardo Pereira trying to outmuscle him with Ademola Lookman and can't quite do it. Good footwork from Charlie Musonda. He's got the overlapping run here from Ricardo Pereira and he's turning inside well. Almost took him out. Lautaro Martinez heads the ball straight at Pau Lopez. And thankfully, we're able to keep the score at 0-0. Really good move that by Chelsea. We're going to have to be wary of the way that they build with their pacey fullbacks to ensure that those overlapping runs don't cause us damage later in the game. Hopefully, if they are going to commit to it, it means that the wing-backs might be out of position like they are now, because Salic is the man back here trying to defend at left-back, but I'm going to need my crosses to be more accurate. But Lookman with a good effort off the underside of the bar. Can Rafael Leao win that header? No, he can't. Ziegler, I tried to pull that back to a teammate, but the defender won out. Very, very nearly 1-0 Cambridge United. We've been unlucky recently with some strikes hitting the woodwork. Hopefully that isn't a sign that our luck is going to continue in that vein for the remainder of the episode. Get that forward there into Rafael Leao, who will just lift it, looking for Ziegler, bring it down, and the finish. It evidently seems that my luck with woodwork is set to continue. Lookman to Firpo again. Hill inside to Tom Davies. Ziegler's made a good run inside the defender. Pass was meant for Ziegler. It went to Rafael Leao, and I've lost possession. But they're giving it straight back to me. And Tom Davies will look for Ziegler. Will look there round the corner for Rafael Leao, but Ferland Mendy again defends well. Sonda, early cross, Pereira's underneath that. Work it away well. Morales just holding off the defender. Lookman darting across the field well. Ziegler did tuck very narrow there. I do want to still have some sort of presence in a wide area with this narrower formation. I hope it doesn't mean that we're going to be too narrow and find that we can't get away around the outsider defenders. Ferland Mendy has been superb for them at left back so far in this game. I cannot find a way past him. Tried multiple times and it just doesn't seem to work. Or nothing I try, it seems to work. Rafael will tuck that back there to Davies. Cross to Hill. See how tight Lookman's pushed there. I was hoping I'd have a bit more space. Rafael, okay, that was supposed to be a fake shot or fake pass even, but never mind. We've still got possession, I guess. Morales and Ziegler's tucked narrow again. We'll look for Morales again on his weaker right foot, but he still bangs it into the back of the net. I'll take that. Thank you, Javier Morales. Cambridge 1, Chelsea 0, 5 minutes before half-time. Diogo Jota down the left-hand side. He's causing me all sorts of problems. Pereira has gone to that with his legs rather than his head. Not entirely too sure why. Had a bit of an issue with that recently, haven't we? With players going with either their legs when their head is better or their head when their legs is better. Some of the decision making by some of my players and the animation choice by the game has really been costing me in some scenarios. Thankfully on this occasion it hasn't, and Lautaro Martinez missed the opportunity, but it really has been an issue for us in recent times, and I think Rafael Leao was offside there, and indeed he was. He's buried it beautifully on his weak foot, but unfortunately it's not going to count. I did wait until he made that move, I just didn't quite time the pass right. We could be 2-0 up here. Unfortunately, it's still just the one. Slightly fortunate to still have possession at this particular moment in time as well with this move, but we'll fire that out quickly to Ademola Lookman. And Leao's made the run into the channel. I'll try and get it back inside to a teammate if I can. Ademola Lookman is there. Back to layout. To Ziegler. Out of his feet. Oh, looking for the bottom corner. But a comfortable enough save for Kepa. Lookman. Cross there to Oscar Hill. And then into Tom Davies. Just keeping it away from the defender. Morelos has made the run. And he's just onside here. No, he's off. That was a lot tighter than the Rafael Leao chance. We're not going to see the replay, unfortunately. It's Morelos' last action of the game as well. He and Ziegler leave the field for Suarez Garcia and Dennis Adebola. Could have put us out of sight there with a second. We have had the ball in the back of the net twice. I have a feeling we might have had it in the back of the net a third time there if play had been allowed to go on. Very, very tight offside call. Is that call going to be what sparks Chelsea into life to try and get themselves the equaliser that they've been looking for the majority of the game, or the entirety of this second half at least? Suarez Garcia doing one not once but twice to force the play further back, and trying to do it against Ferland Mendy as well and failing miserably. 3 minutes to go though. Chelsea not quite had the edge here in this game. It is still looking like it's going to be a single goal to nil victory, but I have felt a lot more comfortable in this game and a lot more threatening than I did in the previous episodes. So I'm quite happy with this 1-0 victory, whereas I was frustrated with 1-0 victories in previous videos. Lookman's getting away from Pereira here. We might even finish it with a second, but Kepa has made a good save. We will get the opportunity to take the corner, but regardless of what happens from this corner, the final whistle will go very, very soon indeed. Conte might not even get the chance to set up another chance, and indeed he doesn't. A win at home against Chelsea. That should take us into the top 4 then as we push towards the game against Blackburn. And they face Arsenal on this Sunday as well. So we may even still have a game in hand on a few other teams around us. Where this game in hand has come from then, not entirely too sure. That will bring us back up to 11 with a number of others around us. I don't think Blackburn had a game in hand as well. They might well have done. Again, I'll accept the offer from Mason, but don't expect him to accept it. I might just stop accepting bids for loan players. Let's see, Blackburn, oh, they're on 11 points now. Have they played that game yet? Yeah, they have. Okay, so there was just some other teams in the league that had played 10. So our win against Chelsea moves us up to 5th. Not quite into the top 4, but only on goal difference, away from being in 2nd. And a point behind Spurs at the top. Let's go and get a win then against Blackburn, and then we might be able to perhaps even go top of the league, let alone just into the top 4. Blackburn's team hasn't had to have any changes made to it. That's as strong an 11 as they can put out. Highest rated player being 79 rated Sullivan and Gomez. I've made a couple of changes to my starting 11. Jayden Bogle's going to start at right back. Gertrude's going to start at centre back. And then Suarez Garcia and Adebola will start in that front 3. We'll see if we can have just an effective game as normal. I just wanted to give some people I haven't played for a while a little bit of first team football if possible. Jayden Bogle, this may even be his first start of the season, and we're in November now, so hopefully we can still get the result against Blackburn. I wouldn't have thought that those changes would cost us 3 points, so hopefully we can still get a comfortable victory. Corner for Blackburn inside the opening 5 minutes. Adam Armstrong is going to be the man to deliver the ball. It's not the best of deliveries, actually. And Suarez Garcia gets that first. Unfortunately, wouldn't let me switch to Ziegler till it had already locked onto the Blackburn man. We should get to that first, though. Oscar Hill's just kicked it straight out for another corner. And Armstrong's delivery is better this time. And thankfully, the header from Borovkovic, I think his name was there, Borovkovic. Oh, decent attempt, but just a little bit too high. Suarez Garcia's done brilliantly there, and I'll look over the top quickly, looking for the run of Rafael Leao, who's brought it down well. Will turn his side on his right. And finesse shots are still broken. There's no way in hell any player would shoot that poorly from there. Just because they were broken because they were so good, they've now gone so far the other way that finesse shots are now broken because they're so bad. Oh, it's a fancy flick from Adam Armstrong. Joe Nuttall played in. Bell could have whipped that to the back post, and Junior Febbo had to do something there to ensure that they didn't nod it back across goal. Adam Armstrong with another corner delivery. He's had one good one and one bad one so far. That's another good one, but thankfully this time a defender's underneath it. Tom Davies on this occasion. Davenport down the line. Hill in the way. It's been a very even first half here, but thankfully Paul Lopez saves my bacon there. How he didn't make the pass through the gap, I'm not entirely too sure. And Armstrong to deliver the ball into the middle. Again, it's a good one. Again, it's Borevkovic underneath it. And again, it's over the bar. Davies. I will get that to Ziegler. There we go. Well played in. Suarez Garcia is just here short. So I'll try to play the ball too, but never mind. Suarez Garcia will look for Dennis Adebola around the outside. I could cross this looking for Rafael Leao. I might lay that in there. Suarez Garcia instead. The shot is quite poor and it's comfortable for Sullivan. Still waiting for the first goal of the game. It came around about this time against Chelsea, but I have a feeling we might have to wait until the second half for the first goal in this one. Because there's only 2 minutes added on at the end of the game, unless we can do something magic at the end of the half. Give that to Suarez Garcia. We might be able to do something magic if I can get it back to Rafael Leao. Back to Suarez Garcia again. Are we to get a goal before half-time? Maybe from the corner. Maybe from the corner. Ziegler to deliver it. Got a number of tall people in there, including Rafael Leao, who flicks that on well. In fact, it was Dennis Adebola underneath it. Read 18 as number 10, but it's half-time at 0-0. Bell with a throw back. Could get to that with Lookman. I haven't quite been able to. Nice ball by Bell down the line there to Papu. And Conti just flicks that on. That was dangerous, but actually, that little touch was exactly what was needed to get it away from the man that was waiting to score the goal. Lookman looking for Rafael Leao. We're looking for him to score a goal. We turn inside and finish. What a save from Sullivan. Absolutely brilliant stop by the keeper to keep Rafael Leao out there. Did everything well, Leao. Couldn't have asked for more on that occasion. Oh, thumping header from Conti. Was it the last episode or the episode before that? I mentioned we haven't scored many from corners recently, and we really did used to rely on corners to be a good area of goals for us with Sabi and Getrauda's aerial ability, but Conti has powered that home. He's taken a set piece to make the breakthrough here against Blackburn, but we're on course for yet another 1-0 victory. Oscar Hill is Robin Gerzic. Dennis Adebola play the 1-2 or not. Both of those passes were meant. Oh, not far wide. Both those passes were meant for Gerzic to play 1-2, but Leao firing just wide there. Papanashvili going off for Blackburn and Dominic Samuel coming on as they throw an extra striker on to look for the equaliser. Whether they'll get it or not remains to be seen. I certainly hope not. If they are to score one, I hope it's after we've perhaps scored a second, which we could get now. Ademola Lookman into the box. I'm going to turn, pull it back for a teammate. Can't quite find him. Waiting to tuck that home there. Both Rafael Leao and Robin Gerzic, but I couldn't find either of them. Good tackle by Ademola Lookman, and now Gerzic is in the box. And there's the second. We have 2 goals in a game for the first time in what feels like ages. I was thinking about maybe giving Robin Gerzic a game up top. What I might do is start him at cam and see if we can get a partnership going between Gerzic and Rafael Leao. I don't tend to play well when I have a formation that is just 2 out-and-out strikers. I don't know why, but it's not... They're never really the sort of formations that I play well with. I could try a 4-4-2, or something like that. A 4-2-2 I've never really enjoyed on FIFA. A 4-3-1-2 feels a bit too narrow for me. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe it's something we could try against Bournemouth at the end of the episode. Maybe a 4-4-2 with Gerzic up top. Lookman could finish us off with a third here, but he's hit the woodwork again. It's the 3rd time we've hit the post or the bar in this episode, but we do get 3 points for the 2nd time in 2 games and another clean sheet to go with that. Paul Lopez has certainly made a difference at the back. We haven't been amazing defensively, nor has Paul Lopez done much more than anything Angus Gunn might have done, but we find ourselves 2nd in the table as we push towards the game against Wolves, although we will be simulating that. Another transfer offer for Rob Gray as he continues to not want to leave. We'll have a train and we'll head to that game against Wolves. Right, we're at full strength for this home game against Wolves. We've dropped to 3rd in the league as other teams have now played match day 12, but we're in a very, very good position. Wolves have lost their last 3 straight games, only scoring 1 goal and conceding 7. So, of course, they'll probably beat me by 2-0. Oh, no, they can't do that because we've got 1-0 up through Ademola Lookman. It's a good start after 16 minutes. we had a fairly similar start to last season. And actually found ourselves challenging... Oh, nice. Adamola makes it 2. Challenging towards the top of the table all the way up until about January, where things took a turn for the worse. So Morelos makes it 3. Wolves having a horrid season so far. Where things took a turn for the worse for us, we started to plummet down the table. We are up to 2nd now. Rafael Leao's out for 2 weeks, so that kind of ruins the plan to maybe play him and Gerzic up top. But it does give Robin Gerzic the opportunity to start and maybe force his way back into the starting lineup. We signed Rafael Leao to play ahead of him. I haven't yet fully clicked with Leao. I have had the ball in the back of the net with him more times than he actually has registered goals scored, of course, because of that offside one in the last game. Was it the last game or the game before? Can't quite remember. He has 2 and 4 assists in 9 Premier League games, which is, to be fair, a very good return. It could be 3, or perhaps should be. I'm still not sure whether he was offside for that chance. Oh no, he was offside. It was someone else that got played through. Javier Morelos, perhaps. 3 goals and 4 assists. It could be. So, to be fair, 6 goal contributions in 9 games from a new player, especially considering the way Sabi started, is decent. He hasn't been putting the ball in the back of the net a lot himself, but the fact that he's at least setting teammates up kind of nullifies the fact that he hasn't been scoring loads himself. Hopefully it's only a matter of time before he does start scoring loads, and maybe playing up top with Gerzic can help stimulate that. But Bogle's happy now that he got that first team game. We will auto replace the player for us, and it should just put Gerzic straight into the starting lineup, to be fair, and has done. Let's have a look at their team here, Bournemouth. No, that's not the sort of side that Bournemouth will be playing against us. Take Smith out for Target. We'll take Brooks out for... Actually, Brooks might not... Actually, put Katuku up top and put John Anthony Brooks... Put David Brooks in there because he is primarily a cam more so than a winger, really. And that is a much stronger starting lineup. They should have a better winger on the left-hand side as well. They got any better wingers? Left mids than 60 rated? Jordan Ibe. Why he's all the way down there, I'm not sure. Take him up for Aquino. He can play on the left. Okay, and my starting lineup will be the same, except Gerzic is in for the injured Rafael Leao. We'll put Monnier on the bench instead. Right, okay, let's go. Game on against Bournemouth for the 3rd and final game, or technically 4th game, of the episode. Forward to Brooks, Davies, tackles, and we'll try and work away. He's around the corner there to Morelos. Robin Gerzic played in. This would be the dream start, but isn't the dream start. Tried to find that far bottom corner there, the Swede, and couldn't quite get his angles right, sliding off his weaker foot and sliding past the post. They've got to get back. Ball out wide to Jordan Ibe, and a great turn as well from the former Liverpool player. Trying to close him down with Diogo Dalot. We've done well. Maitland-Niles has the ball taken away from him. Still, Bournemouth come forward. At Target into Jordan Ibe. It's a good ball to the back post, and Firpo has to flick that away. He's done very well defensively, Firpo, since we signed him last season. One of the more solid signings that we've made that just goes unnoticed because he's that good. Not much happens that he has to deal with, or he deals with whatever does happen so well that it doesn't even become anything of note. Somehow, despite the fact that I was tackled there, it must have deflected off a shin because they have the corner. Jordan Ibe pulls that back to David Brooks, who could shoot here. Conti gets there, nails him, but no foul given. Gerzic gets that back to Morelos, but his touch is heavy. Seen that too many times. We aren't able to catch him on the counter. I think that's been the main difference. The main difference for us with this team is that we haven't been catching teams on the counter. We've been dominating possession, dominating the play, keeping teams encamped on the edge of their own box, and as such, we've kind of nullified our main source of goals, which was, of course, catching people on the counter quick with the pace we have up top. So I almost need to not be quite so good to be better, if that makes any sort of sense whatsoever. But I guess the fact that we have been encamping teams in their own halves and dominating possession and playing so well is the reason why we have the best defensive record in the league and why we're second in the table, level on points with Chelsea in first. So it might be slightly more frustrating to play, or feel like it's slightly more frustrating to play, but actually we're being a lot more successful because of it. Almost victims of our own success to some extent. Lookman will turn, and then I'll try and actually play the ball to the edge of the box here, where Tom Davies could let fly with an absolute ripper, and does, but Jaume makes a good save. 10 minutes to go till half time. If he can get another goal from a corner, that would be brilliant. Oscar Hill will win that, but he can't aim it well. Good header by Hill. Morales brings it down. We'll look for Gerzic. Spins well and has found the space here for Lookman. Oh, but Jaume makes the save. That was so well worked. The goalkeeper, outstanding. Gerzic could be up for this. It's going to drop here to Oscar Hill. Not exactly who I'd want the ball to drop to in that situation, nor is Conte, who found himself on the edge of the box there with the ball. Gerzic's touch lets him down, and unfortunately the chance goes. If only that opportunity from Ademola Lookman had gone into the back of the net. The goalkeepers have been making some superb one-on-one saves this season. Seen a number of opportunities where goals really should have gone in, but goalkeepers having a good year against this. But similarly, our goalkeepers having a good year against the opposition for us. So it works both ways, and even though he dove for that, he wasn't needed. Pau Lopez side netting only. Morales through to Gerzic. Take that in his stride. Accelerate away. You've got the pace on Matt Miazga, and he's turning side well. Oh, it might drop to him. It hasn't. I'm trying my hardest here to go 1-0 up. Ademola Lookman. But it's not happening. 0-0 at half time. Morales around the corner there to Davies. Gerzic first, then Ziegler. Defender just turned to face up Gerzic as I played the ball to Ziegler, which opened up the space in behind to race into. Lookman to Ziegler again. Shows some strength. Well done. Looking for Gerzic. Robbie Gerzic out of his feet. Good footwork. Great dribbling, but the defensive block was absolutely top draw. Pull that back to Oscar Hill. Gerzic is in front of me. If he makes that run, squeeze it through there looking for Lookman. Whip the ball in. It's a great delivery. Ziegler's at the back post. We lead 1-0. Oh, I'm having to work so hard for my goals in every single game I play. It's a great delivery by Lookman though. And Ziegler with a brilliant header to go back across goal to finally beat the keeper, who's had a very good game. He had to go back across goal there, and it's just where he needed to place it to ensure it went in. Matthew Target caught out of position, caught cold at the back post. With 20 minutes to go, we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. That was Ziegler's last touch of the ball as well, because he's gone off now for Dennis Adebola. Back that up wide to Diogo Dalot. And down the line looking for Dennis Adebola. It's a lovely ball. I've got people trying to catch up with me. I'll pull this back. Suarez Garcia spins well. Tom Davies. Why the fancy flick? Why do that? You've got the opportunity to play a teammate through. Don't do the fancy flick. There's no need for it. I'll drill this looking for Gerzic, and he's tucked that away nicely, actually. Cambridge 2, Bournemouth 0. We're really hitting our stride now. I seem to be able to score goals at the minute, late on in games, but not. Oh, it's really nonchalant. Just stands there and just calmly. Did he do a no-look? Did he even look? He didn't look at the goal. He just knew where that bottom corner was. It wasn't quite as cocky as a no-look, but Gerzic's 4th Premier League goal of the season. I think he might be starting ahead of Rafael Leao come the next episode. Although, to be fair, I might try that 2 up top formation. I'll give 4-4-2 a go in tomorrow's episode, and we'll see if we can get some more goals. But regardless of our lack of goals up top, we're just not conceding any at the minute. Defensively, we're so much better this season. This is going to be 4 goals conceded, I think, in 13, perhaps 13 Premier League games. We could get a third here. We won't, though, because it's well defended. But our defending has been next level this season. Absolutely superb. Certainly something that needed improving upon. And, well, we've done exactly that. We still might get that third goal, but I just can't quite seem to get it past their defenders at the minute. Lovely ball down the line for Katuku to run onto. Firpo's with him. Early cross that may cause the keeper some problems. If that had snuck in the back post, it would have been one of the most remarkable goals we've scored or conceded on FIFA, all told. I did score one like that. Oh, it was in behind there as far as I can see. We could have made it 3. We did score a goal like that, didn't we? About 3 or 4 seasons ago, where I crossed the ball and it ended up going into the back of the net at the far post. I think it's the only time it's happened to me on FIFA against the AI. It's happened a couple of times online, but never in a career mode game until that one point. I think it was season 3 or season 4, and it's that rare. But I'll tell you what else is rare: Cambridge United being top of the Premier League. That's never happened. So. Well, not since my last RTG. Anyway, Mancini wants to leave in the next window. That's not going to happen. Callum Green, I would be open to selling in the next window. Paul Lopez is very happy and enjoying his football. Perhaps I'll give Mancini the opportunity to... it's a big month next month. I'll give Mancini the chance to play against Leeds. Although, to be fair, I'm going to be playing Spurs, Arsenal and Liverpool. So maybe I'll put him in for the simmed game against Leeds. Big month next time. Liverpool are 2nd and chasing us, Spurs are 4th and chasing us, and Arsenal are 8th and chasing the top 4. But so far this season, we have been exceptional. And I would like to keep that going as long as we possibly can. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on more. The January transfer window is just around the corner, and I'll see you next time.